boy. I mean, this devotional service, there's so much to talk about, so much to understand. There's not enough time. Aparad is of four kinds. Offenses towards Krishna, offenses toward the holy name, offenses toward the deity, and offenses toward the living entities, especially the devotees. So we'll get into discussing all these in the due course. And Hridaya Daurbalya is of four kinds. Tuchcha Asakti, attachment for useless things. Kutinati, deceitful behavior, means politics. Matsarya, envy. And Svapratishta Lalasa, desire for one's own fame and prestige. And then there are four additional varieties of anarthas. Dushkriti Uttha, arising from past sins. Sukriti Uttha, arising from previous pious activities. Bhakti Uttha, arising in relation to bhakti. And Dushkriti Uttha, anarthas arising from past sinful activities, which involve five kinds of distress in the material world. Which are ignorance, false egotism, attachment for objects of sense gratification, hatred or aversion, and attachment for sinful activities. So there's so many different kinds of anarthas. And all of these will stop your devotional service, stop your progress in devotional service. So you have to recognize these so that you can avoid them. How are you going to attain anartha nivritti if you don't even know what the anarthas are? Or if you don't think they're important? You know? I remember devotees for one time, I was in a temple, and there were some devotees who were committing offensive activities in front of the deity. Specifically, they were criticizing other devotees and arguing in front of the deities. And I said, you know, really you should take this discussion outside because this kind of discussion is an offense, you know, in front of the deities. And so, of course, what did they do? They start yelling at me. So this is anartha. You see, one anartha leads to another, and another, and another, and another. So unless you know what the offenses are, unless you know what the anarthas are, how are you going to avoid them? I mean, at least you can, even if you can't avoid the mentality that leads to anarthas, at least maybe you can avoid the gross anartha itself. Change your behavior. Even if you can't change your thinking right away, you can change your behavior and not commit so many offenses. A devotee should be offenseless. A devotee should never cause any anxiety or pain to anyone. Not even an ant, not even an insect. What to speak of other devotees. So be very, very careful to avoid these anarthas and offenses, and this will speed the development of your devotional service to the higher stages.